Alright guys, currently watching Raw, and I thought I'd do a quick update here. I just seen Rhea Ripley beat Akira Tozawa in a match, and when I say a match, I'm using the term match loosely. This wasn't a match, this was a fucking squash. This was a beatdown. This wasn't intergender wrestling. This was a woman just beating up a man who wasn't allowed to do anything physically to her back, and this was retarded. I've seen on Twitter, people are saying this was great. People are glad that Rhea Ripley won. People want to see more matches like this. Why? This is embarrassing. It's embarrassing to the company. It's embarrassing to Tozawa that he's in there just getting beat up and not allowing to defend himself and losing to a woman. It looks stupid. It really fucking does. Rhea Ripley, she might be a big woman, but at the end of the day, she's still a woman. And I would bet my money, I'd bet my life savings on Akira Tozawa knocking her out in a real fight, because that's what would happen. It is a fucking fact. But this match was shit, botchy. It was so bloody dumb, so stupid. Every time you seen Rhea Ripley do moves, Akira Tozawa couldn't counter anything. All he was allowed to do was like slip out of moves. He couldn't strike back. He couldn't do any sort of, he could not like do any sort of physical moves. He could not initiate any moves to Rhea Ripley. There was one move that he done, and it was a Hurricane Rana, and it got botched to fuck. It was weird. It was stupid, man. And he ends up losing to the Riptide. I mean, this kind of shit is garbage, and this Triple H is behind it, and no one wants to see it. I do feel bad for Tozawa here losing this match. If they want to have an intergender match, I mean, that's fair enough, but Tozawa should win. He shouldn't be beat up like this. Or if they're going to make a joke out of him, if they're going to have him get beat up for 5 minutes, at least let him win with a roll-up. To have him lose here, man, it is pretty pathetic, and I don't want to see this again. Because I all know that Rhea Ripley, she wouldn't beat Tozawa in a real fight, but, I mean, this is, again, WWE, there's a war against men in the world, and WWE are a part of that war. How can Rhea Ripley walk up and strike Tozawa and just completely attack the guy? He's not allowed to hit her back. She's doing all these moves in the ring. He's not allowed to do anything back. He's not allowed to defend himself. I mean, what kind of message does that send out? WWE said they stopped doing these intergender matches because they didn't want to promote domestic violence and shit like that. Well, I mean, are they not promoting violence for women against men, and with these type of matches? Of course they are, but of course they don't give a shit about men, and that's evident here tonight with Akira Tozawa getting absolutely buried and losing to Rhea Ripley. So that's my quick thoughts, guys. I'll give more on the review, but people are loving this, people are marking it over this, and honestly, it's fucking pathetic. That's it, guys. Till next time, peace.